Okay, I wanted to check in with my guides tonight, and one of the topics that I thought might be interesting to talk about is channeling, because there are a lot of human beings who are channeling now, and there have been over the years, but it seems like more and more people are opening up to their abilities to channel and experience other psychic phenomena, what would be considered psychic phenomena. Um, and I too have begun to channel, and I am channeling. I just confirmed with my spirit guides who I'm speaking with. Yes, this is us. I've channeled them, and I've channeled my higher self. Now I have had interactions with the Arcturians and the Pleiadians and the archangels too, but I have not channeled them. So I wanted to clarify that with them, that I actually channeled those beings, and they said no, you've just interacted with them. So consciousness to consciousness. So I wondered, first of all, I guess, do we all as human beings have the ability to channel other beings? So what beings, how can we know, I guess, first of all, who we're channeling? If we open up our awareness to channeling and somehow acquire that ability, how can we know who we're channeling? B, why, by U, S, I, N, G, using D, I, S, C, E, R, N, M, E, N, T, by using discernment. Okay, and I think we've talked about this a bit before, but one of the ways we use discernment is by listening to or just deciding how this feels to us. Does this feel loving to us? Do we feel concerns about it, or does this feel like maybe this is not right in some way? So that is how you would probably recommend using our discernment. Yes. Okay. And if we begin to have either an interaction with another consciousness or begin to channel, and we feel that something is off, that it's maybe not of love and light, what should we do? E, N, D, end, T, H, A, T, that, I, N, T, E, R, A, C, T, I, O, N, interaction. So end that interaction. So if it does not feel right, something feels off, or maybe feeling like we're not getting told the truth, or something doesn't feel right, we should end this interaction immediately. Okay. So do we have to reach a certain frequency or vibration in order to channel? Yes. Okay. And does that mean our physical bodies are actually vibrating more quickly? So our bodies are vibrating. And I've heard that some spiritual gurus have said that higher frequency beings have to come down and meet us halfway, in a sense, that we have to increase our vibration, and they have to maybe decrease their vibration to some extent in order to make that connection happen. So I guess that brings up the next question, which is, if we're in a state of fear or anger or any of those lower vibration emotions and feelings, will we be able to connect with the higher realms? No. Okay, so we have to be of a higher vibration, love, forgiveness, compassion, the higher level, I guess you would say, emotions and feelings in order to make that contact. Okay. And are we able to channel any of the divine beings? So we can channel whomever we wish to channel, as long as they wish to channel through us. Yes, okay. And what is the main reason that we're not getting information in another way? What is the main reason why we're not receiving this information another way? B, E, C, A, U, S, E, because, W, E, we, A, R, E, R, L, I, G, H, T, light, B, E, I, N, G, as light beings, because we are light beings. So you don't have physical bodies. You don't have physical bodies in order to communicate. And so you communicate through the vessel of the human body in order to make that contact. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add about channeling or other psychic phenomenon that we may begin to experience as we increase in vibration and frequency? Yes, okay. B, E, B, C, A, R, E, F, U, L, be careful, T, O2, E, N, S, U, R, E, ensure, Y, O, U, A, R, E, R, C, O, N, N, E, C, T, E, D, connected, T, O2, B, E, I, N, G, S, beings, O, F of, L, O, V, E, love. Be careful to ensure that you are connected to beings of love. Okay, because there are beings who are not of love. There are beings who are not of love. And that doesn't mean we should be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid. But we also need to use our own discernment, listen to our intuition and sense some inner guidance. And as we talked about, if things feel off and it doesn't feel right, to end those communications. Okay. And just as a side note, we've also talked about this before, but what's the best way to sort of begin the process of opening up to the divine realms? What is the quickest way to do that? T, H, R, O, U, G, H through, M, E, D, I, T, A, T, I, O, N, through meditation. Okay, so we've talked about that many times before, that quieting the mind, asking to speak with spirit guides or beings of love in the higher dimensions, and listening is the clearest path to connection with the divine realms. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add about this topic? Yes, okay. Okay, no, there's nothing else you'd like to add. Okay. W, E, we, L, O, V, E, love, Y, O, you, we love you. Okay, sending you much love and gratitude during this time of the evolution of consciousness and the Earth's ascension. So thank you so very much. Good night.